Alright guys, so this is a journey of how I turned this into this.
Love a ratchet bitch in a Nissan. Fuck her best friend cause I really like a threesome. She gon' eat the dick in the pre-cum. She gon' lick the ball, she gon' swallow all the semen.
Alright guys, good morning. It is 9 a.m. and I'm on my way to work. But I wanted to show you guys the bike real quick. As you can see, the seat has been installed, the one solo seat. I was hearing so much reviews on this and people were saying, oh, it just throws you back and throws you back. It does slide you a little bit back, but not as much. And surprisingly enough, this seat is very comfortable. It's an overall good seat. Other than that, you can see that I do have the gas cap on, the crown one. So we're a little late to work. So I'm gonna try to make this a enjoyable day. Alright, so the main purpose of this video is to talk about the BMW. So let's talk about the BMW. Not a lot of people know how I acquired the BMW or how I was able to get the BMW. Back in 2000, I believe it's 2021, because it was after COVID or a little bit before COVID, I'm not too sure. I went to school for automotive technology at a local college here. They had a program for automotive and it was going to be pretty easy for me to pass these classes. So yeah, we had a garage there that we would bring people's cars to work on as a practice. So one day, one of my buddies brings this BMW. We start working on it. We start changing the oil, lower control arms, just because we were practicing. It was supposed to be just a work, learning experience car. Like you just learn with it. And well, give me a quick second. Let me put gas real quick. It's the first time gassing up with the new cap. Let's try that out. Okay, so you just easily removable. Always supreme. My gasoline always supreme. And you're from Texas, you should know that.
My gasoline always supreme. Got the brand with a pan of lean.
Alright, so going back to the BMW, guys. So he brought in that car. It was a beater, basically. So one day we were all in this chat that we put together, me, him, and another couple buddies, and we put it together so we can pretty much talk to each other during the whole week of class. We miss any assignments or anything like that. We will all be like, okay, we have this assignment, don't forget about this one and this one. I could have probably done a little bit more. Alrighty, fueled up and ready to go. So the guy puts on the chat, hey, I'm selling the BMW, who wants to buy it? At first I thought it was a joke. At first I was like, there's no way he's selling the BMW. I mean, it's still in pretty good condition, it's clean, So I was like, nah, it's probably a joke. So I offered him a joke price. So I offered him $2,500 for the BMW. It was a 2006. Don't get me wrong, we had already changed everything in that car. Brake pads, we changed the oil, we changed a bunch of other stuff in that car. Like, I'm talking about lower control arms, brake pads, oil, everything that needed to be maintenance. Even the spark plugs we changed. I was like, ain't no way he's gonna sell it to me for $2,500 at that time. I decided to, throw my offer out there. And he right away hit me up and said, if you have the $2,500 right now, I'll take it. And in my head, I was like, what? I was like, is he kidding? I gave him a down just to hold the car because I didn't want him to sell it to anybody else. Because I really needed a car at that time. I was driving an old pickup truck. And I was kind of like, I need a car. I need a daily. I need a beater. So in my head, I'm like, I'll get this car and sell it, resell. Yeah, I got the car. I was super excited about it. First mod I did was, I think, get the headlights. Because the headlights that it had, oh my God, they were horrible. So I'll put a picture right now so you guys can see the beginning of how this car looked. Yeah, the car was horrible when I got it. Like I said, he used it as a beater. So it was not, you know, something that you're just like, oh wow, you know, it's a nice car. So the first modification, like I said, was the headlights. And then I was like, you know what, I was losing interest in it, because I had it for over a month already. I was driving it around and I was losing a lot of interest in it. That's what happens to a lot of car guys, that they start something and then they just, you know, bills and all the other stuff, you know, start piling up, and you're just like, man, I don't want to do all this anymore. So it happens. And then I said, I'm just gonna buy a lift. Maybe that would help sell it more faster. So, you know, right here the plan was to sell it. So I got it for a daily, but then over a month of driving it, the plan was for me to sell it, because I was like, you know what, I'll sell it and get myself a newer car, or maybe a smaller car. And that was the plan. I was like, maybe a Civic, you know, cheaper parts, cheaper everything. And I was looking at the parts for the BMW, and I was so discouraged because everything was so expensive. Like the lip alone was like $100. So, well, at that time I didn't have any money, so for me $100 was a lot for just a lip, just like a little lip. It was like 160, I believe, around there. And I was just like, man, that 160, like I said, coming from Civics, where I used to pay 30 bucks for a lip. You know, so I was like, oh man, that's a lot. So I was kind of discouraged about it, and I was just like, man, I don't want to, it's too much money. And I ended up just saying, you know what, whatever, let's just buy it. So I bought the lip, and here comes the part that I was like, you know, debating if I should have gotten it or not. And it was the carbon fiber wing. This was just more like a duck lip, basically. That's what they call it. And of course I put it on, and I was really psyched about it. I was like, wow, I wanted to sell this car, and I'm putting a lip of $160. I put the wing that was about, I believe around that time was 300 bucks, and I was real skeptical about putting that wing, because I was like, damn, that's a lot of money, because of course it was carbon fiber at the time, you know, it was barely coming out. And then also I put in I don't know if I said the headlights, but yeah, the headlights, and the headlights were around 300 bucks as well. So I was just like, damn, that's already a lot invested in just, you know, parts to make the car look good. So I said, let's go for it, let's put some wheels on it. And at the time I didn't know what wheels to put onto it. I didn't know what kind of lug pattern or anything at the time. So I was searching it up, and I found out that you need 5x120. That's the lug pattern for a BMW, or a I think a Honda Ridgeline also has that pattern. Let's get those wheels on it. Maybe it'll change the look. I'll love it. I'll make it look good. So that's exactly what we did. Forgive me for this, but I didn't know there were reps, and I got made fun of pretty bad, you know, by my buddies, by other people here, but I really didn't care at the time. I mean, it was just something to make it look good. I know there were reps, but it still changed the look of the car a lot. And there you go, I spent like around, I believe, like $1,200 on those wheels, even though they were reps. We'll continue this story when I'm done here at work, but yes, we're here now.